Good afternoon and welcome to the Chartreuse Leprechaun. My name is Mark, your host, and today we pick up with, well, a random game. As you know, we are trying to get back to normal on our video schedule now that Mr. Prepper Beta is complete. And that's caused the whole random game concept to kind of hit home. You see, normally here at the Chartreuse Leprechaun, we do a series on Fridays and Mondays, and we do Leprechaun stories on Wednesdays and Saturdays. You know, teaser videos for the Friday and Monday videos like we did for the first, well, I don't know, 10, 11 months, 10 months maybe of our production. But we don't have a series on Mondays yet since the Mr. Prepper Beta thing is done, or on Saturdays rather. And we don't have one on Monday either. So for now, it'll be random games on Mondays and Saturdays till I figure out what our next Monday series is going to be. Hopefully I can do that really quick. Alternatively, we could just do random games on either Monday or Saturday and video series on the other day. Drop a note in the comments. Let me know what you'd be interested in. Anyway, I've decided to take the whole random game thing seriously. Maybe too seriously. Yeah, just for grins, I started looking at the free-to-play games on Steam. There are some really awful sounding games in there. But there's a few gems too, like this one, Leaf Blower Revolution. I got as far as reading the description where it mentions using a, and I quote, nuclear leaf blower. Well, needless to say, I had to see what that was all about. Now, I did that, and this is a long game. So first I've been playing this game for a bit. Some of the things have been enabled that aren't normally when you start out, but don't worry, we'll go over all of those soon enough. First of all, it turns out it isn't really a nuclear leaf blower. And, I mean, for starters, it's just you manually pushing leaves around the yard. And once you get down here in the corner, you have the ability to upgrade your tools. And the first option you get is a small rake. And if you've pushed enough leaves out of the way, you get enough points to buy a larger rake. Yay, a large leaf rake. Let's take a look at that large leaf rake. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, there we go. Now, yeah, and eventually you do get a leaf blower, by the way. That's pretty good. But down here in the corner are a bunch of icons. You have the ability to buy more trees. Isn't that special? You get to buy more trees to get more leaves to push away. And oh, look, you can buy fertilizer to make your trees produce more leaves. How awesome is that? Then you have leaf marketing, which increases the points you get for every leaf you push off the screen. How exciting. And then there's ALBs. I call them leaf Roombas because that's those purple things that are wandering around pushing the leaves around. That's why our points keep going up. Told you some stuff was enabled. Well, and then there's nuclear fuel, which basically pushes stuff with more force across the screen. Man, we need to clear some leaves. Oh, and yes, you can move your leaves around when your screen is blocked like this. So, yay, there we go. I have, through the magic of the game, automatically enabled all of this to be done. I don't have to do a thing. Okay? That's one of those things you get to do with coins, which you earn as you do stuff. It'll be around here somewhere. Anyway, now you see these gold leaves in here? That's the next level of leaves, and you get the same stuff. You can get more of them, you can market more of them, you get leaf blowers, and you get some bonuses. You get leaf combos, which you can enable. We'll do that. And we'll unlock the gold apples. That basically means that you get an apple, it'll give you 200 gold leaves in count. And then you have combo bonuses. So if we enable this, what do we got? And increase the combo duration so they last longer. Yeah, okay. And we just keep clicking that up. These you have to manually go through. Now, one of the other things I've got, you'll notice up here it says platinum leaves. That's the next type of leaf. I've got those set to automatically unlock. But let's get back to talking about the screen for a minute. We got a bunch of icons here. That's your options. One of the things you can't do with this game is pause. There is no pause. Everything keeps running no matter what you do. Unless you click save and quit, the leaves will keep falling, the leaf Roombas will keep going, and you'll keep getting points. Yay. Where were we here? Then you have this, which is basically your in-game achievements, all kinds of stuff. Clearly I've got a bunch of them. Yay. Then you can get up here and you can change some of your icons. You can buy coins with money, DLC purchases and all of that, and they will let you do all of this. So you don't really have to worry about it. You can have either a male or a female character. Okay, and your Roombas come as you see the purple circles. Over here, this is your stats. What's a game without stats, right? Yeah, so, I should mention this is basically an idle game. You don't have to do very much in this game to get ahead. Once you get a couple of things enabled, you're pretty set. Then there's the story. Yes, there is a story to this. There is a story. And you start in your yard and you go other places and so forth. And then there's the supporter shop where you can buy stuff to, upgrades, better skins, and so forth. Now, down at the bottom, this is where you get your better leaf tools. Your rakes, your leaf blowers, so on and so forth. Each one of these leaves is a different type of leaf that comes with different bonuses. We looked at the regular leaves, the gold leaves. Platinum leaves is the next one. So, you get the same stuff. Trees, unlock the next leaf, which is the bismuth, fertilizer, marketing, blah, blah, blah. Then you get leaf blower speed and leaf blower power, I guess is the way to put it, and how well the batteries charge. We've auto-enabled all the ALBs on this. It's already gotten to that. Yay, how about that? Normally, on your first playthrough, clearly we've got platinum leaves on this one, but on your first playthrough, you won't. You'll end up having to go on your journey. And you get a leaf blower. That's our next thing to buy. We should buy that. Let's just do that. There, we have a leaf blower. Now we go back to the journey. And the journey begins. Well, it's that time of year again. The leaves are starting to fill up the yard, so I've been out there getting rid of what I can. It's the strangest thing, though. The more leaves I seem to get rid of, the more I find. And while this in itself is perplexing, I'm more bewildered that I find the work enchanting in some way. But they're just leaves, nothing special about them at all, and yet I can't seem to pull myself away from clearing them. I had to make a run to the store. I realized that just bagging leaves by hand or a small hand rake wasn't going to cut it, so I bought a small leaf blower. It really does the trick. I also saw the store was having a special on a new gadget, the automatic leaf blower, or ALB for short, so I figured I'd try them out, seeing as I can never get all the leaves. Alright, so that's where we are. We've got ALBs. We've actually unlocked the third leaf, which normally you will not be able to see until you go the next step, which is the neighbor's garden. I snuck over to Bob's place to rake his leaves. I know that sounds like a bizarre thing to do, raking neighbors' leaves when they're more than capable of doing it themselves, but I just can't help it. His yard has some of those incredible platinum leaves. They catch the light in the most alluring way, and the ALBs seem to be happy with their new work. It could just be an illusion from the new location, but I swear they're stronger and last longer than before. But Bob needs to take care of the pest issues. I'm getting swarmed by all sorts of little creatures. I just pester them by blowing leaves in their direction until they end up moving on. He told me stories about some sort of artifacts and that he lost his magic compass in his garden. I guess he forgot to take his medicine. Okay, so we need come down here to this little icon right here and teleport to Bob's garden. So this is where it shows you what leaves you can get. The first 2 leaves in your place, you get 3 there. Once you enable a leaf, the third leaf, you can do that leaf here in your yard. But we're going to go to Bob's because we're supposed to. Yay, we're here. Woohoo! And there's all our leaves. Yay, we blow the leaves away. Where's the creatures? They're supposed to be here. Oh, we never finished the icons. There's the leaves. Then there's this thing that deals with, you can earn coins as you go through. Once you get the gold leaves, we need to go back to that. You can unlock the leaf portal. Once you do that, you start earning coins for the leaves you blow off the screen. Where'd the icon go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so far, just in this little moment, we've gained 600 coins. So, and you can see that as the leaf Roombas push them off the screen, that you can see the percentage to the next coin, and it goes really, really fast. Oh, we just killed a creature. There's one of those apples. There's a creature. Yay! You can see the 2 bars, the red bar and the blue bar. The blue bar is how long it's going to be on your screen. The red bar is the health, and every time a leaf hits it, the health goes down. Isn't that awesome? And you get like some massive amount of points for it. Let's see, yeah, 398,000 or 3,980 leaves for the bird. Pretty sure that's the basic leaf instead of the gold or whatever. Speaking of which, need to come back over here and see our progress. We have 57,000 gold leaves. Well, we need to bump up our combo multiplier here. Yeah, there we go. Notice the change in the number of points here on the side from, yeah, it goes up a lot with those combos. So these you cannot automatically enable. You have to come back and look at them. So there, I bumped that multiplier up. Yeah, we went from 300 to 500 points. See that? Good stuff. And then from here, we follow Bob. Another tepid morning in the suburbs. Sunshine creeps over the horizon and bathes the road in a warm light. Bob heads out the door, waves to the neighbors. He seems like an earnest man, Bob thinks to himself, if not a little boring. He's pruning those trees again. Not particularly interesting work. Not unless you were Bob. Bob's sedan grumbled to life, backs out of the drive, headed down the road. His tie fluttered a bit in the breeze that came through the cracked windows. Bob says he had broken years ago, but the heater worked fine in the winter, and he didn't mind the fresh air. So he drove out of town to the foothills of the mountains. He saw glimpses of silver peeking through the mountain forest. Local botanists were eager to study the clearly distinctive trees, but roaming security officials would always intercept them and turn them away. One less piece of evidence to draw back to the corporation. Conspiracy time. Let's see. Where the state road veers toward the nearby town on the other side of the mountains, Bob instead turns onto a small maintenance road and drives for a few miles before being stopped by armed guards, all in black. He flashes his deep red badge and is waved through. Another half-mile up the road, a large metal door opens for his car, and Bob drives into the dark cavern. Ooh! All right. So, our next level is actually open. And it says, and it's the mountain. I can't believe it's real. It shouldn't be real. Yet I'm here. The platinum leaves guided me. Uh-oh. A breadcrumb trail. A map to El Dorado. But instead of gold, leaves. Oh, okay. They turned me to the edge of the city, through the countryside, to the top of the mountains, and there I found a glen full of beautiful, shimmering metal trees, which spawned an everlasting stream of rainbow-colored leaves. Okay. Their beauty is not their own strength. My ALBs continue to gain strength, push harder, longer, sometimes a fleeting thought. Why? What does it all mean? Soon the thought passes, blown away with the leaves. Okay, so we need to come back here and upgrade our stuff here for power and speed. And these will keep taking care of themselves. We'll go back to the first screen here. You can see we're already up to 1.42 million leaves we have to move to get the next level of leaf marketing. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. Okay, so as I said, the bonuses here on in Bob's yard are to make the leaf blowers better, the leaf Roombas, excuse me. So make sure you buy all of those upgrades, and then we need to move on to the mountain. And close our little window here, and you can see the scenery for the mountains in the background, and we have a new leaf. This is the Bismuth rainbow leaf, and because I've actually played one level up, we're actually picking up the next leaf. You can see it there in the upper left. We'll talk about that one in a minute. After you rake enough leaves, you can enable cosmic leaves. The Bismuth leaves get you in Bob's backyard. They get you to the mountain. But we need to go back and talk about coins for a minute. You only get the coins, as I said earlier, if you buy the leaf portal on the gold leaf page. Coins are what it takes to use the portal, and we've been earning them since we purchased that leaf portal. Where are we at now? Let's take a look. 1940. Yeah. But the coins also let you buy upgrades, like permanent increases to leaf points, the automatic upgrades that enable leaf enablement, that enable the buying the Roombas, a few other things. Come down here. Yeah, here we go. You can unlock the areas. When the next leaf becomes available, it automatically does it. Unlocks printers, converters. We'll get to that later. Auto upgrade trees. That's buying the leaves for the next one. Auto upgrade, this is buying the leaves. This is automatically buying your total trees. We'll come back here to this screen. You can have 30 trees. We have all 30 of them, but we didn't buy them. The game bought them for us. Yay, that's what this does. Auto upgrade the leaf fertilizer does the same thing. The leaf marketing does the same thing. Auto buy the ALBs, and so on. I've got all that already enabled, so that little bleep that you keep hearing is the leaf Roombas finding the fruit. Now, once you get past that, you can auto-enable a few things that happen as you go through the game. Then you can get printers that add leaves per level for all your printers. Yay! Isn't that special? Then there's the printer multiplier, increases the leaves printed leaves by 100% per level. So you can enable these, and you get a lot of leaves, which adds up to a lot of points, which means everything goes very quickly. Then you get to prestige. This is what decides how many coins you earn. 25% more prestige coins. I'm at level 10. That should give you an idea of how much we're earning. In the upper left corner, right here, it says we have 1.52 million coins. Yeah, I'm not going to enable anything on this screen at the moment. We'll come back to that. You can increase the amount of fruit you get and so forth, 6 out of 49 coins, and so on and so forth. These are like upgrade coins. Well, you basically buy them, or you get a daily bonus, a few things like that. When you complete one of the in-game achievements, it gives you a coin, that sort of thing. Let's see. Then you have your portal screen, which now says we've got almost 3,000 coins. Or prestige things. I call them coins. What the heck? Then you have your teleport screen. This is places you can go. And this is your converter. We'll come back to this in a little bit. Printers. You can buy printers to print a given leaves. Print and collect 504 leaves per second per level. Print and collect 432 gold, 216, This is where you can buy more leaves. And as you can see, I have not unlocked everything. I don't know what all you can just enable to be printed. So we've clearly unlocked the next leaf, so we are going to go to the next level of the game, which is space. Oh, we need the story. Space. As I climbed the mountain, clearing the path of leaves, my steps became lighter and lighter as I seemed to escape the earth. As I floated up into the vast open space, it should have been to my surprise that I should find leaves. But it didn't surprise me. I knew that the work must continue, and the leaves must be cleared. Leaves like slowing meteors, dark, angry with a glowing sheen. But who wrote this? Like embers fluttered away from me and my ALBs, who continued to happily encircle me despite the apparent lack of gravity. I like to talk to them, the ALBs. It's gotten a little lonely out here, and I prefer their quiet contemplation over the hushed whispers I hear coming from the leaves. Crazy Bob told me he lost some sort of artifact while he was in space. He really needs to consult a doctor about his hallucinations. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and off we go to space. Okay, on this screen, we'll clean that off. Oh, we haven't been upgrading. Make sure you upgrade your tool. We'll buy the advanced leaf blower. There is actually a nuclear leaf blower, by the way. And then we'll enable the next one, which using the platinum leaves gets us an airplane turbine. There we go, one airplane turbine. And you do need to keep up with this, at least for a little bit. A leaf-powered leaf blower. Go figure that one out. There we go. Yay, leaf-powered leaf blower. And this one gets me. A large paint roller. Yes, I said that correctly. A large paint roller. Now, on this level, you'll see there's another leaf down here. This is called the void leaves. And we can unlock the apples. And that's the only upgrade we can do on this one. I have yet to find out what those question marks are. Let's come back here. We'll upgrade. Yep, got all of that. This is something you need to do. You need to go back and keep upgrading this stuff, at least for a bit. After a while, it gets to the point where you really don't have to do a thing in this game. So we come back here, and now we can enable and I didn't look at this, but on the Visma screen, this is where you enable your leaves and everything to increase the damage they do to those creatures, icons. Eventually it's skulls. Go figure. In space. Yeah. And we'll come back to this one. And what do we get to do? We can do the apples. This is battery capacity, blowing power, and hit damage. Yeah, these are the ones that it will not auto upgrade for you. You have to do it. So now, because we're on this level, we get void leaves, it's actually enabled. We're not supposed to be getting them until the next screen. If we go back to this, we'll see that in space we enable this, but we don't get them. We do because I played through this point already. So, that's what's on our journey, the void. In space. If space was an open, vast emptiness, I've stumbled into someplace colder, darker. It's bitter nothingness. It's void. I try to keep my mind straight, but everything is turned around, and between the darkness, I see more leaves. They shine through the empty, but with a kind blackness. Not just a lack of light, but as if they're made of something the light hates, something the light flees from. I push away these umbral shadows as fast as I can, but they continue to encroach. My mind plays tricks on me. Ghastly apparitions assault me through the void. I blow them away like leaves, but soon I hear their cackle behind me, unseen in the dark, and feel my grip on sanity straining. My connection to the before tenuous. I chase the leaves further and further into the darkness, hoping to find light, but... Alrighty then. And that's our clue to, go on to the void. Yay, we're here in the void. Woohoo! Oh, we can upgrade one more time on our toy. Now we got a rocket engine. And because we already have some of the black leaves, we get a laser. How about that? Yeah. If you've been doing your upgrades correctly to this point on your leaf blower tool, you don't have to do a thing. We'll just sit here and watch this for a second, and you'll notice all your leaf Roombas just blow it all away. You don't have to do a thing. And all the numbers keep going up and up and up and up and up on the left side, which is a good thing. Anytime you see an exclamation point on an icon, there's something you can buy or do. We'll just upgrade stuff till that icon goes away. Should be good. Alright, so this is where the game starts getting tedious and the whole idle game thing sets in. What you have to do at this point is start converting these black leaves into flasks. Problem is, you need to have a lot of these black leaves around, and as long as it's auto-upgrading, yeah, that's not going to work so good. So, just kind of hang out for a little bit, maybe go grab a snack, whatever, and wait until you've gathered up a bunch of leaves, and it's long gaps between these auto upgrades. This is still pretty close. You'll get, I'll show you something, 8.3 million to get the next piece of fertilizer, 7 million to get the next leaf marketing, 7 million to buy the next piece of nuclear fuel, which will let your blower move leaves even faster and harder. Yeah. So, just relax, take it easy, because we have to convert our black leaves to our red flasks. But we need more black leaves for that, so we'll just kind of hang out for a little bit. Okay, and here we are with 1.15 million black leaves. So here we go. We can actually do this. We're going to go over here to this icon, which is our converter icon. And we want to convert void leaves to red flasks. Okay, now a couple things before we do this. There's 5 sections to this flask thing. You take void leaves to red flasks to green flask to blue flask to magenta flask to orange flask to black flask, and black flask unlocks strange flask, which you need to unlock the next level. You got to get like 2,000 of them or something like that. And each section takes a long time. So if you want, you can walk away, get lunch, whatever. The game will be fine. Like I showed you, the Roombas and your little thingy just sitting on the screen will keep it clear. just check back every so often, do your upgrades, set up the next level of conversion, flasks, and all of that. Oh, and I highly recommend, unless you want to spend an extra day in the game or more, before you go too far in the flasks, if you want to get the coins for upgrades, do it now. Where are we here? We have 18,000 of them, which isn't very much as far as the game goes. I got a couple million on my last run. The problem is, if you use that, it takes you back to your yard, and you start the whole progression over again. So, since the flask thing takes so long, you really want to make sure you do that early on. Now, right now it says it takes 800 leaves to make 56 flasks. There are, well, I'll show you with the red one. We'll start the red one right now. We'll start that. We'll come over to the red flask, and we've immediately got stuff we can do. We can reduce the resources. That's what goes in to produce that one. So we'll buy all 10 of, or 6 of those right away. Oh, because we have to do it in red flasks. I was thinking void leaves. Yeah, sorry about that. Let's take a look and click on this. And now it takes 744 to produce 56. So we're getting a better production. What this does is it decreases the input resources, how much you need, by 1%. So you can drop your input percentage by up to 10%. This you can't speed up, by the way. This is why this particular segment takes so long. You can only produce so many so fast. And you can also increase your leaf reward by 20% per level for all leaves. So clicking through this will get you a lot more points on your leaves. So, and a point for a leaf basically means one leaf is worth 10. So, and if you watch the numbers up here on the left, you'll see when another tree gets enabled. Yeah. Go ahead and up this, because that increases your converter count. In other words, how often are you doing this? Let's take a look. And this increases your output. How many are you getting per deal from your converters? So we'll take a look. And now we're getting we're putting in 110,000 void leaves, and we're getting 192 red flasks per cycle. So, oops, we wanted to be here because we want to finish upgrading that. The increased converter output. There's a quirk to this game and how this works. You start out, we had 800 and it produced, you saw that. As you go up, we'll come back to this screen here real quick. Actually, no, we won't. We will finish our upgrades. Yay, we've got that done. And we're most of the way done there. Okay, so now we're at 135 in, 405 out. What that increased converter count does, or converter output, somewhere, depending on the level, somewhere between 50 and 60, and maybe a little above, is where you break even. In other words, you're producing as many as you're taking in from the other side. So we'll just say it's 1,000, because I haven't gone through the numbers. That's not my thing. So if you feel like it, feel free. Somewhere in the neighborhood of about 50 to 60, you break even. You're bringing in as much as you're sending out. This is important because on the next flask level, if you're not producing as many as the other side is taking in, then you're in trouble. You're going to run out. But yeah, somewhere around 50 to 60 is where you break even. And then there's another odd quirk in this, and that is when you start producing the next set of flasks, the numbers change. So let's say we're right here. We're 144 in, 512 out. Well, on the next one, when I change the percentage that's needed to produce, that raises the numbers on the previous level. It increases the amount of input, but it really increases the amount of output. So if you get it balanced and you move on to the next level of flasks, your production cycle is going to change again. But we'll continue to bump this up. Get that to 40. There we go. All leaf rewards are good. Yay! And we wait for 69,000 red flasks so we can increase our converter count and get that done. Where are we now? We're at 153 in, or 1.53 in, 799 out. You can see the gap is narrowing a lot. And whatever you increase it to on on the red one, because we started at 800, we're now at 153. It raises it on the next level. You can see how it just carries on. So 34, we're not there. We got to get to 60 something. Yeah. All right. So we finished. The converter count is up to 10, and now we're at 162, putting out 846. So yeah, you want to keep bouncing that number up until it gets to balance. Yeah, 106, 162 in, 106 out. You see how the gap is narrowing. You get the idea. This one is somewhere, I said it was 50 to 60. That's not quite correct. To get it balanced before you enable the next level, on this one, it's somewhere around 65 or 70. On the green one, it's like 60 to 65, and it keeps going down, and that's because your upgrades on the previous level affect the output on the next level. Not sure how they work the math out on that, which is what makes this so difficult to sort out, but that's how that one works. And 162 in, 137 out. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to go ahead and set up the next converter so you can see this, and we are going to convert red to green. We'll just start that. And we start really badly. We're getting 162 in, we're putting out 126, but you got to go through the same cycle. You can see that everybody's production number went down. Input versus output changed, right? I want to be here. Here we are. Yeah, now we're putting out 550 and taking in 180, and you can see this one up and this one up. So everything you do on every level affects all the levels that came before it. So here we go. We got all 10 of that. Yeah, 192 versus 864. And you can already see the gap here is narrowing on the void leaves to red. That's how it all works. But as I said, what you want to do at this point, or at least consider, is recovering your coins, which are now, we've got 35,000 of them. So if you click this button, you will go back to where you started, but you will get coins. We're going to go ahead and confirm that. And we're going to take the leaf portal back to our yard, and we don't have tools, but it automatically purchased the first leaf Roomba. Push all this stuff out of the way. It's purchasing more trees. Yay. Push the leaves, push the leaves, push the leaves. And we start buying our tools. Yay, tools. And we'll buy that. And yep, there we go. Now, the thing we have now on this icon, we now have 1.56 million coins, and this is where you come in and you start buying these so that it auto purchases as you push leaves away and get points. It auto purchases all this stuff for you. Clearly you can see I have them all on. And then you can do some things manually. You can buy printers to get extra leaves. You can increase your prestige level, which is the number of coins. You can increase the number of leaves you get per level. Once you get past the void, because the flasks are converted at a set rate, increasing the level of the level of leaves and the reward you get for them is meaningless, other than whatever upgrades you have going on behind you, and the fruit and the trees and all of that. That's the game, and that is as far as I've gotten it. I've actually made it through the flask sequence, to the last stage of the flask sequence where you're making strange flasks. I have no idea how this game ends. But I'm obviously not giving the ending away. I mean, like I said, the game is enjoyable. It's engaging. It's even for an idle game or a clicker game, whatever you want to call it, it's engaging. And it's free. Hard to beat free. And they keep doing updates. Matter of fact, I'm recording this on March 3rd, 2021. They just did an update yesterday. So there's also DLC packs you can buy to make the game go faster. I didn't because A, I'm broke, and B, it wouldn't show you how the game was actually created to work. And despite the repetitive monotony of the game, I like it. I really do. But with that, I think we're going to call this an episode. I want to thank you for your time today. Your time is valuable. You chose to spend it with us here at the Chartreuse Leprechaun, and we're very grateful. We'd love to hear from you, so leave us a comment. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you think, what you want to see, game ideas, any of it. We'll take it. And also, please subscribe and set yourself up for notifications so you don't miss anything around here. Be sure to check out our merch page. And with that, I will let you go. But always, always, always remember, if you see it and you can't quite explain it, you can be sure the leprechaun did it. Now you have yourselves a great day, a great week, and we will see you here next time on The Chartreuse Leprechaun. Bye-bye.